It's back to business. It is game time. 7 games in October, and we only have one striker. This is a problem, but are there solutions? Well, let's find out in this video. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. And today, I just want us to look at this problem that we have as Kaizer Chiefs and Uguti, what are some of the potential solutions that we can look at. So first of all, we know Uguti, we only have one striker, right? We know Uguti Caleb is the only person who has come into the team and sort of fit the style like a glove, ekubeni striker and being the traditional number 9, because he complements the people who are playing wide, Utoli no Sehota or Usehota no Dupre. Because if we're being honest, we know even Bafana Utupre wasn't used as a number 9 because he's better off coming wide and going inside. Because here's the thing, you might be a goal scorer, but that does not necessarily mean you are a number 9. Look at Mohamed Salah from Liverpool. Plays as a winger, but he scores more than most number 9s. So if you take him to number 9, though, he doesn't perform as well as he does when he plays out wide. So it's the same thing with Utupre Uguti. Just because we're scoring goals, Gui, Stellenbosch, a lot of us end up thinking, I know he's a striker. Kanti Stellenbosch, it was easy because not easy, but the style suited him better, because if the balls are played behind the defense, then he can make those runs off the shoulders, Yama defender, and then punish them. However, with Chiefs, what ends up happening is that we have most of the ball most of the times, and if you're having Utupre as number 9, then he just disappears in the game. We saw when he was played in that position, he just disappears because he's just usually sandwiched between two big defenders who are sitting deep and defending deep. So then there's no space behind those defenders for him to exploit. And then we have a problem. With Ukama, we've seen Uguti, he was played in that position and the form has not been good. Not to mention, on top of that, Ukama has had his own injury issues, and this season they are continuing. We had Uguti, he's a doubt for a game against Amazulu, and that only spells trouble for us, because that means for 7 games in a row, we will have to rely on one striker. And if you're not resting him, you are risking an injury. And I know some people are already going to say, oh, but we have Utuba and we also have Umtu. Before we talk about Umtu, not Tuba. At the time of recording this video, I was at 3,997 subscribers. Guys, 3 more subscribers. Let's figure 4,000. Please subscribe and also please like this video. Thank you. So, sibuyele kuTuba nomtu. So, we know ukuthi abafana bancane who are still in school, so basabhizi banake isikole. And the second thing is that Uzwane talked about ukuthi he does not want them to, he wants to ease them into the squad. And me, on my personal opinion would be no, badlalis. But then knowing how Chiefs is, how our fans are, then you might just do more damage than good, because it's easy in England ukuthi uthathe umfana njengoPhil Foden uvela umfake nje uthi akadlale kwi-Champions League, because the fans understand ukuthi he's a young boy and he's still trying to learn his craft. Kwi-Chiefs, it does not matter. Our fans don't care. Do not care. They don't care. Uyingane una 18 usafunda umatric, they don't care. Ungene groundini, you don't perform, they will boo you. Wenzani, they don't care. And sometimes it hurts, because even Gwayenu Pimenyimana, before he scored those 2 goals against SuperSport, people had already started booing him, heckling him. I'm like, Aibo, guys, let's give the guy a chance. But some people were already on his back, and having to expose young stars of Utuba Nomtu to that kind of pressure and that situation, then you end up getting them in a position where they crack and then they never perform in the level that they once were, or the potential that they are showing right now. Look at a player like Wepi Mashian. He was playing well last season where we reached the finals of the Champions League, But ever since the mistake that he made with Champions League final, he's never been the same. He's like nowhere near the standards that he was on before. Left back, he struggles. Winger, he struggles. Just everywhere, he doesn't look like the same player that he was. So okay, that is why I'm saying with Utuba, with Umtu, we might have that problem. Yoguti, team right now hasn't found themselves, and putting them in a team that still lacks in certain areas, in most areas that are necessary, then uzoba nenkinga, because kwi-backline we're kind of sorted. In midfield kufaka uBlom sekubangconywana, but phambili kusena leyo nkinga yama-combinations ukuthi neform kaDupree he's okay, but still kusena leyo next level that he needs to reach. And now throwing the boys into that experiment and ubaphazamise esikoleni sabo and get their mind off, like in a way that they are supposed to be thinking, then now you have a problem. So we don't want to have that. Having said that, and having talked about all the problems that we have, I have a question. Uguti, seeing Uguti after the season resumes, because there's a World Cup, and then on the 31st of December, I think Chiefs is playing Arrows, if I'm not mistaken, and games are closer than usually because, you know, of the World Cup and all that stuff. And I don't think Chiefs all of a sudden they will just get 20 million in January, because as much as Beshugut was still looking and January is around the corner, I don't think in January all of a sudden everything will magically appear, you know. And looking at the options that are available, it's a crazy idea. I know this is not what I'm suggesting to be done. I am just asking. It's a question. So ngayikuma comment ngizothi uyahlanya ngiyazi ngenisho lokho. But would it be crazy for Chiefs to sign Castro as a temporary replacement or on a temporary contract? I know it might be tricky for him to sign that, because it does not ensure if future can survival yak, and it also works against the whole plan Yoguti Chiefs is trying to bring in new players and younger players. The question that I have, Uguti, if you get Caleb, if Caleb gets injured, you don't have cover in that position, and if a team ends up being built around Caleb, basically Uguti is our target man and this is how we play, and he gets injured, wouldn't we need a player who's kind of like him to hold it down until he comes back? You know, I'm just thinking out loud, Uguti, would it be crazy if something like that happened? Because another option that's available is Augustine Mulenga. The problem also is that he's injured. That's another problem. He got the Achilles, his Achilles tendon was ruptured, and that's why Amazul also did not renew his contract. So we have a problem. And I was wondering, you guys, do you think Chiefs could do something like bringing back Castro, as we see Guti Pirates has brought back? Basically, Kohlo was the first guy they brought back, but the second person they are now kind of bringing back is Uma Pena. They did the same thing with Erasmus, so we'll see how they do. But the question for you is it possible for Chiefs to sign Castro? And I know Guti, there's also another issue, Guti, the things that he has said, Gui media and all that stuff, but we've seen crazier things happen in football, so that would be interesting to see. So that's the question. Is it possible for Chiefs to sign Castro as an emergency signing? Secondly, what do you think could solve this problem in a short term? Because clearly we need a solution for now until the end of the season. We saw Liverpool signing a random player, Atumelo, who might perform or might not perform. And these things happen when teams are desperate. They end up making signings like that. So what do you think Chiefs will do? Do you think they're eyeing someone and they're scouting someone somewhere? Let me know down on the comment section. Guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, do not forget to subscribe. If you haven't liked the video, please like the video. I will see you tomorrow, where I'll be previewing the game Thank you for watching, and until next time, remember, equals alphela umoya.